Okay, sound working? Recording? Yes. I'm gonna make a new plot and data graph given the data I have. So I will point what I can do with the arrow. Let's see if the arrow is working. Yes, it's working. Okay, so file spindle collapse. And I have two sets of data, end-to-end distance and RG, radius of gyration collapse, which is computed on the fly from a big table of the data. So this end-to-end data has 5,000 rows, 4 columns, organized by weight, CD number of condensants, time, and the actual computed average end-to-end distance for each of these data points. So ranging, you can scroll down. Let me undo the arrow, spotlight, clear. Turn off. Oh, I see. Turn off. Now I can. Okay, yeah. So this is the data. $4,900 rows. And okay, here I include excluded. I don't want to work with the radius of gyration collapse data at the moment. So I will exclude it. It's there, I'm just excluding it. Now, what's going on here? These were the ones I created for figure 1 of the paper. These are the plots of the end-to-end distance. They are rather small because they're made to the actual size. To visualize the actual size, I can control click it, set the magnification. Well, the actual is even smaller. I'll set the magnification to 300 then. So you can see what's going on. Okay, that's larger. Okay, and so the commands, the drawing commands for this data is coming from this script right here to switch the table and the data. Gonna collapse the script, and we're looking at weight of e times 10 to the fourth. 1 times 10 to the fourth, sorry. Okay, so how is it done? So these are 3 modules, 1, 2, 3 for every plot that are fixed. Cannot change them. We can work with that later. That sort of sets the parameters of the space of this actual graphic, the title, and all the properties of the actual axes, ticks, numbers, and etc. You can expand and see everything here. There's a lot. I'm going to skip it over. I'm going to go straight to the lines. So these are the lines being drawn. 4 colors, legend included below. So here's what the legend module does. The okay, the data, all of the data that is used to plot the lines comes from the table, the end-to-end table, and it is being sorted. So the terminology in DataGraph is using a mask. So right now, I am plotting the lines, individual lines corresponding to condensants with different colors. So you could see this multicolored lines. There are 2 sets of masks. For every line, I set the number of condensants being plotted. And that is 0. Okay, now I need the arrow. Come on. Annotate. Spotlight. Where's this one? Oh, there it is. I actually like that. Is this good? I've never used this before. Yeah, let me switch to the arrow. Vanishing panel. Okay. No condensing, one condensing, 3, 6. So the mask is right here. You set the CD value, which comes from over here. So it has to reference this column right here, this data repository. And you include the values only for the red line, only if it's this value is 0, 1, 3, and 6 respectively. Then I have to again switch this. Then you scroll down, you can see how eventually you will get from 0 to 1 to 2. See, they're all there. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm not even plotting everything. I'm only plotting 1, 2, 3, and 6. But I've got a lot more data I can show if I need to. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, I don't want to busy this plot, which is why I only have so few lines. Actually, that's enough for me because of what I'm trying to show. Okay, so, but before that, there's another mask that is applied globally, see, which is using a weight coming from end-to-end distance, right there, weight, and I only include the values if the weight is equal to 10 to the power. Now, 10 to the power is the same as set weight. It's the same formula because right here, I'm calculating that same value. So I can actually replace this to set weight. Oops. And doesn't change anything because I haven't changed the power. And then the dragging bar, which if you look at its properties, allows me to change the range of this bar in integers from 2 to 5. So as I drag it, it's going to go from 2, and grab it again. Just click it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now the plot has changed to 4. It actually should really snap. It shouldn't be so smooth. This dragging bar needs an improvement. Needs a update. Okay, so 5 right here. This is what happens when the weight is 5. Oh, I'm going to rename this because now in the paper we're not referring to these as weights. We're referring to them as resistance. So let me make a note. Can I do a note? Oh yeah, I can do a note. Rename to resistance match paper. Okay, and that we'll have to do that here. That's the other weakness of this guy's this thing. Is not gonna have to navigate there and oh no, this is fine. This is the right place. I'm changing this title. That's the okay. This see you kind of have to navigate here. All right, so that's how we're gonna change it. Other resistance. See, and it refers to that power number which I switch. can actually, instead of doing 10-2, well, no, I do want to do 10-2 because I like that format. I like 10 to the 5 to the 5 to the 5th power. And I'm gonna need to do something. I'm gonna move the new line character. So the new line character moves. Oh. Here. Yes. That. All right, now it fits nicely. Didn't do too much damage. Okay, I can actually maybe put this all below the figure, so I don't really need to put text above it. We'll see. We'll make a decision on that later. Right now, we're a little bit off track on the goal. So the goal is to make a new plot, and I haven't told you yet what the plot is about. But we're using this existing data in the plots to pull out more data for the new plot. Okay, so yeah, so this is the cool thing that I do like. You can dynamically change your plot by just doing things like that or typing in your values and all the filters apply. You can see how this masking feature looks really well. It works really well and does not change the graphics. Okay, I still got the annotations going, so let's clear that. And yes, so the new one, okay, so this is how we create, oops, why is it still, doing the spot arrow. I do want arrow, just don't want it now. Okay, so here I'm going to click the plus button, ignore these red dots, and I made a new canvas, new space on which the graph will lie. So these are the 3 graphing modules which are done. That change, I think once you start using it a lot and you know what you want to get as the end result, like the size of your final plot graph, you know, then the texts and all the styles, you actually want to do this first. You want to set up all the styling as you think you're going to need it, and then you proceed to actually plot the data. But I still not in the habit of doing that, so I'm just gonna ignore all that, and I'm gonna start with plotting points. So I will plot. What I want to do is plot the final end-to-end distance. So this point right here, for each of the condensants, so I've got 3 points. Maybe because I have all of these condensants, since there's what, 5, 6, we got 0 to 6. I will do them 0 to 6. We'll see. We'll decide what it looks like. It's always easy to exclude things once you have them. So on the x-axis, number of condensants. On the y-axis is going to be the end-to-end distance. But at the final time point, and the lines, there's going to be several lines, each corresponding to the end weight. Okay, how are we going to do that? Okay, let's go to let's close this one, maybe give it title, final and distance. Beautiful. Okay, so the red dots are annoying me, but I'm again ignoring them just to practice my ability to not get bogged down by the details, not get distracted. All right, so x-axis, end-to-end data, condensers. Okay, beautiful. Yep, they're being plotted right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's right away make let's make the font of the axis larger. Axis font only 80%. Okay, oh, that's pen. Oof. Let's keep these lines. Let's do this one. Pen 1. Point, what, 15? Oh, that's points. Okay, that's okay. Oh, font. That's what I want to do. And let's do this. 20. Okay, good. Now notice it does not change my previous settings. That is good. All of the ones through the previous plots will remain as is. This is just for the new plot. So we could start seeing these things. Okay. Even better. Let's make it 35. Beautiful. Since I'm plotting categorical data, 0 to 6 condensers, I don't need these ticks. And I want to offset my axis so it doesn't start at 0. Now to do that, I'm gonna go and set ticks, minor grid node, ticks marks outside. Just get rid of all ticks. Fine, we don't need the ticks. We'll add them later if we need them. So far, they're not doing anything. We globally got rid of the ticks. And then we want to move the x-axis. Okay, so the x-axis now can start at, I think there's different ways of doing it. You can do it by restricting, you can do it by changing things, snap to 0. I think that we don't want to snap to 0. And we don't want to set 5%. Padding, none, snap to 0. Okay. We do want to include, let's include minus 0.2 in x. Boom. It's snapping to nice value, which makes this -1 appear. I don't want that, so I will do no pad. Oops. Yep, exactly what I wanted. No snapping. Snap to 0. Doesn't do anything. Just do none. Yeah, so there's a little bit of space between the, what is it called? Abscissa and my 0. I'm gonna move it a little more. And we're gonna do the same on the right side. We're gonna do 6.3. Opa. All right, so we've got space on the left and the right. Okay, let's do 4.4. 0.4. Beautiful. Plenty of space. We can plot. No ticks needed. Okay. X title condensers. In fact, we want to do number of condensers. Oops. Of course, I misspell it. Condenses. Okay, on the Y, this is going to be final. gosh. Final end-to-end distance in nanometers, and I want it a little more closer. This is X, I want the Y a little more closer to my number. That's too close. Just gonna set my own distance. What happened to my, oops. No, that's not medium. Don't care. This one. Exactly. 100. Yeah, that's good. 100's good. Anyway, I can move this around as I need to. You can see the distance. You can even do it. You can even do it in the negative. So let's see what negative 150 looks like. Minus 150. Oops. Huh. Doesn't do it, huh? Minus 300. Yeah, doesn't do it. There is a way to do it inside too if I needed to. I don't need to right now. Let's do 150. Too much. 100 is fine. All right, that's enough playing with that. Okay, I'll leave it for now. Why? We want to plot end-to-end distance. Average end-to-end distance. Boom. Oh my God, there's so much out there. All these circles, all these points on top of each other. Who cares? Nothing you could tell because all of them are being plotted on top of each other. But what I can do is add a mask. And the mask is applied to this. All of the values plotted only when the time is, and what is my final time? What is the final time? I should just look at the max. Why don't I just go here? And look at some of the statistics. Time. Huh. There is a way to tell a maximum number. Okay. Number from column. Maximum. This is my maximum time. 0.348. Okay, so then that's what I will do. I don't even need to write anything. I just need to refer to it in my points. Include only if the value equals max time. Just to be sure, add a little underscore because sometimes this can make a difference. Boom. Done. Only max time is plotted. Average end-to-end distance per condensate for all 4 weights. That's why we have 4 points at the max value, final time value of our simulation. Okay, so obviously I want to change this a little bit. What do I need to do? I'm going to need to connect things, yes, to make them look like lines. I may even consider doing something logarithmic. Don't know. But for now, what we're going to do is, okay, select everything, collapse, expand their points, and option, control, option, hold, drag. Wait, just one. Select, option, drag, boom. Option, drag, boom. And one more, boom. So again, control everything, collapse. Now we got 4 of the same things plotting on top of each other. Nothing's different, but we're gonna add another mask. Now plot only the maximum time if the weight is, so I can manually insert it. Okay. Why don't I just make my life easier and just do the same thing I did before? 10 to the power of 2. That's right. 10. Is it, what's the 10 power of 2, I think, yeah. 10. What's the notation? Okay, I need to refresh the notation. Collapse. 10 to the power. Okay, no, that's fine. I was doing everything right. I'll include, no, let's do equals 10 to the second power. All right. And that's going to be our circles. Copy. Same thing. The third power, and this is going to be a different marker. So let's make these triangles. Why don't we see the triangles? Squares. Oh, they're there. They're just covered by the circles. I see. I see. Okay. Let's do emptied. Okay, so let me get rid of these. They're blocking it right now. See, now we've got 2 curves. Connect them. Can we connect them? Why don't we connect them? Okay. Lines. All right, maybe I should do them as lines. Connect every point. Yeah, maybe that would be the best thing anyway. Okay, I should have done that. Okay, so that's easy now. Copy what we see for points for lines. X is end to end. Y is average end to end. Ignore what you're seeing right now. The important thing is the masking. So why don't I just extract, copy mask. There we go, copy mask. I want to paste mask. Boom, done. Get rid of these. Okay. Okay, where's my line? I want points. Okay. And I want to connect if X decreases. And bridge gaps in data. You know what? Oh, sorry, increases. There we go. X is increasing, and then yes, I need to bridge gaps in data because without it, it doesn't know how to plot. Without it, it plots a point because there's other data and there's gaps in data. It doesn't know how to do it. So you have to bridge the gaps. Increase these circles. Does that look good? That looks all right. Okay. Right, so now we're gonna copy this sucker. Option, drag, option, drag, option, drag. And yes, I considered, let me collect all, collapse. All look the same. Now I can change the point style to square, to rhombus, and to what else? A star. Good. Just do a triangle, an inverted triangle. Yes, I'm not trying to use colors at the moment. I may do later. I'm gonna try to make a graph as if it was going to a black and white publication. So all information is preserved and differentiated in just grayscale, no color. Okay. So all of the masks, all of the settings have been copied. All I need to do right now is start changing the values. So now the squares are going to be 10 to the third. Rhombus is going to be 10 to the fourth. Finally, triangle is going to be 10 to the fifth. Opa. Now that's good. That's what I wanted to plot. Let me change the lines. That's one. Leave that one as is. It's direct. As in uninterrupted. And finally, what's our choice here? I'll try this. Okay. That's okay. You can also reorder labs. You can reorder things. So that say the circles. So they go 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do 5, 4, 3, 2. And you can sort of see how whatever is plotted last is plotted on top of what is plotted first. So it looks different, very slight difference, but it looks different. And then you could play around with the settings. So I can do the lines now, make them line, and set a value for line slider, line, make it, let's make a range for lines from 1 to 8. Doesn't matter if it's an integer. Set it to, I don't know, 4. Line, line, line. Okay, now we can control the thickness of these lines. Look at how beautiful. That's a nice animation. This is what they are when they're really thick. It's thin. Okay. 3.5. How's that? 3.5 is good. That's professional. And somehow these squares look bigger than everything else. I'm gonna make the squares look a little smaller. 20. How's that? Okay. And the triangle's a little bigger. 26. Eight. Maybe a little bigger on the rhombus too. 26. Oh, now I sort of look really nice. Okay. Okay, so the question was, what does it look when the y scale is logarithmic? Look at that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It looks okay, but doesn't give us any grounds for comparison. Anything we can particularly say about information contained in the plot that we could not say without the logarithmic? Not really. No, it doesn't make sense. Let's go back to linear. Do we want to reverse? So that these things go backwards towards 0. Okay, I think not. I think just keeping it linear is fine. All right, but what I do want to do is I want to give a little more space to my lines, my plots at the very bottom, so that they don't collapse onto the y-axis, and we know how to do that. We go into the y, and we're going to include some negative value, like -50. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Now they don't collapse. Do we want to have the 0 there? Yeah, 0 is fine. Okay, let's add some ticks. Let's include some ticks. And let's make these values a little grayscale too. Okay, here's how you make them axis color. So they're not so dark. Okay, I'm gonna make the axis and the lines be the same color. So that's something also you could do early on and then change later. Okay, that looks okay. And do we want to fill the circles? Point color, point style. Let's see. Yeah, you want that? Okay, all right, agreed. Let's have some color in the graph. How is that? Now you can clearly see over here how it's important. The order of these graphing commands will establish what goes on top. So if I move the white circle over here, boom, it's covered by other points. Okay, but that's just some details. Okay, let's reset the scales. Reset the scales here. I think it's fine. Yeah, I'll play around with what the final graph looks like. So there'll be adjustments. The last thing I wanted to do is add some ticks. Okay, we do want some ticks finally. We decided X tick marks. Uniform by one. Automatic. Automatic's fine. Why aren't you showing up? Because there's a master thing, tick marks. Inside, outside, let's do inside. Okay, that's good. Except we don't need ticks. Minor ticks we don't need. So we'll just get rid of those. No, let's keep the minor ticks because we want them for our y-axis. But we don't want them for our x-axis. And then for x-axis, where are we at? Tick marks, tried and one. Format. That's fine. We want to do uniform, automatic. Automatic is going to give us a lot of ticks. Uniform specified labels. Let's do categories. No, that's in between. Actually, that's not bad. But I do want them at the number labels. Never done that before. Just specify the ticks. 1, 2, 3. No minor ticks. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's how we get ticks just exactly where we need them. And these are good. These are 100, 200. What's the value here anyway? Let's just check. Oops. I've done too much of zooming in on the X. Let me zoom out on the X. So it drops to 50. Okay, so maybe that's important to indicate that. How we do that? Let's change the scale back. Okay, 200, 100. That's 50, and that's 0. Okay. It's not really apparent. Do we want to change the size? Okay. Maybe that would be okay. We can change the aspect ratio of this graph. Where do I, like that? Okay. We don't need minus 100. Doesn't do anything for us. How's that? Huh? I actually like that. And the legend done. Okay. I'm gonna revert back to grayscale. How was that? You watch? Let's make the lines thinner. 2.5. And maybe 2. And then no, 2.5. And then change the styles a little bit. Okay. Is that okay? Is that acceptable? The rhombus on top. Now we can see them all. I think that's fine. Okay. Last thing, so I don't bore everybody to death, is legends. Okay. Legends, labels. Okay, let's do labels. You could already add labels from here, can't you? No label. Yeah, let's add the label. Let's add a label called. No, we want a legend in the thing. I'll just add the labels here. Legend. There we go. Picks up information. Add. And we'll pick up information from here. And how do I do that? I forgot already. Inside legend title. Okay, what are they? Oh, here they are. Oh, they're already there. Huh. It's thinking that we're plotting. It's thinking that we're plotting the same thing on top of each other, which actually it's thinking correctly. Maybe I could have done is I could have made use of this multiple lines module and make it gray. I would make it gray with different, I can't do different points for it, can I? Yeah, you can't do different points for them. Style, what is that? Oh, that's just adding more lines. We don't need that. Get rid of that. Nope. No, I couldn't have made it different points. It's okay. Let's go back here. Yeah, so we can correct these legends, can't we? Well, we can always do custom legend. Legend title from axis. Font. Okay. Okay. Well, let's do the fancy label. Okay. Custom, more flexible. Add that. Okay. Delete. That's what we have to do. Fancy custom. Okay. We don't need a title. Do we need a title? Okay, no. Actually, I don't remember using this well. But what we want to say, we now call it Heather resistance. Heather resistance on the ends. Oh, gosh. What's up with the Y? I don't know. Let's do 1,000. We want some space above it too, right? Okay, good. Um, ticks. What? 500. It's fine. Okay, back to labels. Columns. One column. Offset upper right. Deal with that later. Add command, point, color, size, spacing, solid color, border, label. Lots of properties. Resistance, I spelled wrong. Wider. And what, text, point, okay, point, text, text, point, oh, add and subtract, okay. Command, point, color, variable, pattern, point, 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 point. This is now, okay, a little annoying. Copy the things, so what is it, 24? Size, thickness, lines, and now it matches. I just need to color it like that. Oh, like that. Exactly. Okay. That's a gray circle. And it's actually smaller. 24. 32. 33. Anyway. 24 is fine. Make all of them the same color, which is the axis color. Okay, I need the marker to be triangle that's filled. Square open. Rhombus is also open. All right. 24. Oops. 24. Okay. Yeah, see. Yeah, see. No, they just don't match. It's easy to make it to match. Just copy the things from before. Make it line. is 26. What? Really? Yes. Really? It's like a square on its side, and the triangle is, where's the triangle? 28. Whoa, that's a big triangle. That's right. Can't even make it 30. Wow, let's make it 30. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, but we need to say what they are. Yes, that's right. 10 to the power of 5. Oh, that's 2. See, it is nice when it does it automatically for you. I'm gonna need to. We'll figure it out. All right, it does look nice when automatically. What do we have here? Try. Okay, so triangle is 5. This is 4. This is the rhombus 3 and 5. What if we change the markers again? Change the circle to be open. Open circle. Open circle here too. And the square is filled. How's that? Okay, open. And now we need to change the order. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Opa. Nice. Make it 2 column. Gosh. That is so wide. 250. What? Oops. Oops. All right. Let's do a new line character. How does that look? Look very good. We'll just do command return. Nope. Control return. Yep. That works. Space. Space. Oops. Uh, arbitrary units. Okay. 230, 200. Hey, not bad. Not bad, huh? Why is it so weird? Why isn't it just 2 and 2? Hmm? Why isn't it 2 and 2? It's columns. Just get rid of that. There we go. I just hit something wrong. Oh, maybe we'll make a little space between it. Huh? Yeah, let's move it up here. Oh, I see. I see. Then I have to do another text and then move it up here. Okay, now we've got space. That's good. Do we want the box? We do want the box. We like the box? Yes, the box is okay. Let's do 190. That's good. And let's get rid of the box. Group our data. Group points. Just data. Data points. And these are our labels. And it took a little bit of work to get it to look good. But I think it's looking good. I would say so. If I may argue so myself. Mm-hmm. Did we goof? Probably. Probably. Okay, let's get rid of this finally. Let's get rid of the box encircling our whole thing. What I'm saying is I don't want this line and this line. See? I don't want this line and this line on the top. Okay. Axis. What is it? Title, size, margin. It's probably at the top. Box style. Axis box. One box. Only axis. There we go. Only axis. Good. I like that. I'm gonna give more space to my x-axis. Yes, yes, indeed. 6.6. 0.6. How's that? That's so much better. Okay, that's a done graph. That's a done graph. We can export it. Oh, do we want to set it ratio? You want to set it ratio? What is it now? I don't know. Okay, but if I start messing with it, we'll find out. Okay, specified. Oh my God, look at that crazy thing. Everything's squished. What is it? It's longer than it is. It's taller than it is wider. Okay, so 5 by 12. And by 12. Ay, ay, ay. I'll have to deal with that later. 14 by 16. Opa, that's too big. Let's make it smaller. It looks good. Okay. What's the ratio? 14 by 16. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's bigger than the page. That's why you do this first and then change everything later. Because now we have to change all the sizes of the text. Anyway, for today, it's fine. I'll fix it. I'll fix it for the paper. We can do export. Let me just get rid of the specified thing and make it automatic. Automatic. Isn't it beautiful? That's it. Export PDF final and done distance. What's the aspect ratio? That was good. 16 by 14 divided by 2 is 8 by 7, 7 by 8, 7 by 8, right? 7 by 8, 7 by 8. Oops. And that's done. I will stop recording.